guys. So today we're going to try and get you ready for your Force Friday 2 hunt. So I want to say happy Eve Force Friday 2, which will be taking place at midnight tonight, September 1st. I want to get you guys ready for that toy hunt today. And what we're going to do today is we're going to cover some of the exclusives, some of the images that have been released on some exclusives that just came out. We're also going to take a look at a Force Friday 2 checklist that has been provided to us by Yakface.com. Shout out to Yakface.com because they're always bringing us great news. If you don't know, Force Friday is when some of the retailers like Target, Walmart, Toys R Us, I believe just Toys R Us and Target, will be opening up at midnight to release some of the new figures that are coming out. We're going to be getting our The Last Jedi Luke Skywalker. We're also going to be getting our Last Jedi Rey. I think all of the main characters from The Force Awakens will be getting new updated costumes for their Last Jedi appearances. So we're really looking forward to getting those items in our hands. Some of us collectors and kids and whatnot. So today is a very big day for us Star Wars collectors because we're going to get our new releases out today. So very exciting. So I kind of went on a pre-Force Friday 2 toy hunt the other day just to kind of get myself ready a little bit, get myself into the mood, if you will. And I wanted to pick up some of my prequel characters because I'm really lacking in a lot of my prequel era characters and like the battle droids that you see here. I'm trying to army build those. So I went and picked up a couple of loose battle droids there. I went and picked up another destroyer. I think this is my third destroyer. So I'm trying to army build those as well. I went and picked up a Mace Windu. He actually came with this Jedi Order or partial Jedi Order set that I also picked up loose. And I like him because he has a kind of a different outfit than the other, the Power of the Force Mace Windu that I have. This is my second Yoda. I may already have him already. I'm not sure. I think I do. I may have the same exact one, I should say, but I'm not 100% sure if they're exactly the same. But they do look exactly the same. This is young Anakin. So I picked him up because I do have another Anakin, young Anakin. But this is the obviously the one. I think this is the one where they're at Qui-Gon's funeral. He comes with the robe, so I wanted to have him as well. And then we have our two Jedi here. Now I already have even Pyle, or I hope I'm saying that correctly. I already have a version of him, but what's interesting is this particular version does not have the eye patch. My other version has the eye patch, so I wanted to go ahead and pick him up. And plus, this version comes with the robe, where I don't believe my other Power of the Force version has the robe. So very excited to pick him up, and then very excited to pick up. And I hope I'm going to pronounce his name correctly here. Apo Rancisis. So I hope I pronounced that correctly. And he is very interesting. One of my favorite characters. And I'm not going to bother with that battle droid that fell over because those things have a very hard time standing. But I want you guys to get a look at this guy. I'm going to pull him out of his chair here. And one of the cool things is his chair, his Jedi chair happens to have the hole in it so he can get his tail through. So we're going to pull his tail on through out and get a close-up of this guy so you guys can take a good look at him. So guys, here he is, and he is a really cool figure. Really cool looking. I want you guys to get a close-up. Forgive me, I want to make sure it's focusing in on him. So there he is, guys. Super cool figure. The tail does move. It does sway, I should say. So the tail does move. He does actually have feet. little legs underneath there. There's some articulation to them, but not a lot. Yeah, so you can imagine what this guy is capable of doing, especially if he uses the force. So super cool figure, and then the hands are articulated as well, as you guys can see there, and super cool figure. And I'm very happy to pick this guy up. One of the things is it's very difficult to get him sitting in the chair correctly because of his tail. Unfortunately. I mean, well, it's not unfortunate, but it's just it's very difficult to get him sitting in the chair correctly, in a way that he looks natural, and he's not all sitting all messed up. So that is that. We are going to get into some of the events and items that are coming out for Force Friday here, coming up at 12 midnight. So let's get a look at some of those. I wanted you guys to get a very good look at this list. And again, I will have a link in the description where you can actually download the PDF for this checklist and use it for your Force Friday hunting needs. Just going over the list real quickly, we have our 3¼ inch products with the Force Link interactive system, your basic figures, which are going to MSRP around $7.99, Rey, Poe, Kylo, Finn, First Order Trooper, Luke Skywalker, Jedi Master, General Hux, Rose, Paige, Chewbacca, C-3PO, Yoda, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Very interesting that they have an Obi-Wan Kenobi here on that list. Don't know if that means he's going to be in a part of The Last Jedi, but very interesting that they included that character as well. And then we have some deluxe 2-packs. These are going to MSRP at about $14.99. There is Rey Training Jedi, or Jedi Training Rey, and the Elite Patreon Guard. And then we have Han Solo and Boba Fett. I think we profiled the Han Solo and Boba Fett figure in one of our Star Wars news segments. And then for our deluxe figure sets that are going to MSRP around $19.99, we have our Rathtar and Balba Tick characters. I know we did profile that on the during the San Diego Comic-Con event. And then we have another deluxe figure set, which is going to be our Probe Droid and Darth Vader set. So very awesome there. And then we're going to get into our vehicles. Well, now this is really going to be exciting here. We have the Resistance A-Wing and Resistance Pilot Tally, MSRPing at $29.99. There is also a Canto Bite Police Speeder and Police Officer, which should be really cool and very interesting. Most definitely will be looking out for that. MSRPing at $29.99. Then we have the Resistance Ski Speeder and Captain Poe Dameron, MSRPing at $39.99. And then we have Kylo Ren's TIE Silencer and Kylo Ren, the TIE Pilot, at $49.99. So definitely we'll be picking up Kylo Ren's TIE Silencer. The Resistance A-Wing is also going to be very interesting. Definitely we'll be picking up the Canto Bite Police Speeder. I think that's going to be a very cool vehicle, even though I have not seen any promotional photos of it as of yet. And then, of course, we have seen the Resistance Ski Speeder profiled in one of our TV news or Star Wars news segments. So I think that's also a must get as well. So there's a couple of miscellaneous figures here under the 3¼ inch products. We have the Star Wars Galaxy Episode figure pack, $39.99. Doesn't tell you exactly what figures are in there, but that sounds a bit interesting. There's also the Force Link starter set with Kylo Ren. I actually saw that particular set. It says here that it's going to MSRP at $29.99. I saw it at my local Walmart for $24.99. So I bypassed on it because I don't know if the Force Link reminds me a lot of the and I forget the name of it, but Power of the Force had something similar to the Force link where it would give you lines from the prequel characters in the link. I forget what it was exactly called, but as a matter of fact, I have a couple of the little cartridges here with some of the figures that I picked up, the loose figures that I picked up from Lou's Collectibles here in Culver City. So yeah, I'm not really interested in the Force Link starter set as of yet, but I don't know, things may change later on. And then this other one here, which is really interesting, except that price tag is really I mean, that is a huge price tag there. But the BB-8 2-in-1 mega play set, which is basically going to be Snoke's chambers, and I think you're going to get Snoke along with the Elite Patreon guard, and then there's also a Force Link bracelet that's available in that set as well. So when it comes to the Force Link bracelet, you have two choices. You can get one with the starter kit at $29.99, or you can one is included with the mega playset, the BB-8 mega playset. So those are the two ways that you'll be able to get the Force Link if that is something that you're really interested in getting. Again, that's not greatly important to me, but if it is included in the BB-8 set there, then that's just as well. So some vehicle exclusives are going to be the First Order Special Forces TIE Fighter and TIE Fighter Pilot at Walmart, $39.99. And then the Resistance X-Wing Fighter and Pilot, that's going to be a Toys R Us exclusive at $49.99. So that is our look at the 3¼ inch products. And then moving over to our Black Series products, which is the meat that everybody is really, the collectors at least are really interested in. We're going to have Hera Syndulla, New Hope Darth Vader, Rey Jedi Training, Kylo Ren, Luke Skywalker Jedi Master, Grand Admiral Thrawn, which should be awesome. We are going to get our New Hope Stormtrooper, AT-AT Driver, Snow Trooper, Maz Kanata, which is going to be another must-have. Our Elite Patreon guard, Finn in his First Order disguise, which is going to be really cool. That's going to be a big one to get as well. And then we have our General Leia Organa, another must-get figure, and then Captain Poe Dameron there. So very excited to get those particular waves and those figures, so we can look forward to that as well. Now, we are also going to get a couple of 6-inch scale vehicles, which is really cool. I love the large scale vehicles. So these are going to MSRP at $59.99, which is not bad, actually. Very good pricing on that. So we have Rey's Speeder, Jakku, which we saw at San Diego Comic-Con. Most definitely will be picking this up. And then, of course, Luke Skywalker's Land Speeder, which is another vehicle that we also saw, also will be picking that up as well. So those are two must-haves, at least for my collection. And then for the exclusive 6-inch figures, we're going to get the First Order Executioner, which is going to be a Target exclusive. Then we have our Clone Commander Gree, which is going to be a Toys R Us exclusive. We have our 6-inch 2-pack. Doesn't describe who those two figures are, but I think I snagged a photo of what that 2-pack is going to be, and we will take a look at that in just a bit. Then we have our Supreme Leader Snoke with Throne. That's going to be a GameStop exclusive. Can't wait to get my hands on that. And then we have our Guardians of Evil, which is a 4-pack. That should be very interesting. Don't know a thing about those characters. That's going to be another GameStop exclusive, and it's coming in at $89.99. So that's really interesting. I wonder what that's going to be all about. Now for the Titanium series figures, if you are into the Titanium series, there's going to be, and these are going to be 3¼ size. There is your Kylo Ren, Finn, Captain Phasma, and Rey. I'm not too much into the Titanium series, but I did pick up the 40th anniversary Titaniums, which were okay, but the likenesses on those were not the best. And then we have exclusive Titanium series helmets, the Patriot Guard and First Order Flame Trooper helmets, which I believe I snagged a photo of that as well off the internet. So we may be taking a look at that as well. And that looks like to be a Best Buy exclusive. And then we have our 3 1/4 inch scale figures. Why they put this here with the the Black Series. Oh, well, I'm sorry, because they're Black Series 3 1/4. So to get a look at our Black Series 3 1/4 inch figures that are going to MSRP at $14.99, we're going to get Rey, Jedi Training Rey, Luke Skywalker, the Patriot Guard, and the First Order Executioner with those Black Series 3 1/4 sets. So very, very cool. And then there are a couple of other Hasbro exclusives. We have our centerpiece assortment, which is going to be Darth Vader on the Tanatu 4, Luke Skywalker on Hoth, Poe Dameron electronic helmet, and Rey in training. And then there's our 12-inch products. Don't do the 12-inch products as much, but if you guys want to take a look at that, you can pause the video and look at that. We have our 6-inch value figures, Rey, C-3PO, Captain Phasma, and the First Order Stormtrooper. Then we have our Galactic Heroes set. Don't collect the Galactic Heroes, but if you are into that, you can pause the video and take a look at that. And then we have our role-playing products, which is going to be our blade builders. So you're going to get the various blades from different Force users there. Then our electronic sabers, again, Mace Windu, Kylo, Rey, and Darth Vader. And then there's our mask, our Poe Dameron, First Order Stormtrooper, Captain Phasma, electronic mask, Kylo Ren, and the First Order Stormtrooper. And then, of course, we're going to get a couple of Nerf blasters, which is going to be Poe Dameron's Glow Strike blaster and Captain Phasma's Glow Strike rifle. And then our interactive play is going to be Hyperspace BB-8 and our Rip and Go BB-8 there. And it looks like there's also going to be a Porg interactive play as well. So very, very cool. And then we have our Funko Pop dolls here. And I don't collect the Funkos, but if you do, guys, please pause the video and take a look at that list. The Disney store is going to do the Elite Series, Patriot Guard, and First Order Judicial, MSRPing at $26.95. Jack's Pacific, their 18-inch figures are going to include Kylo Ren, First Order Stormtrooper, Rey, Captain Poe Dameron, Patriot Guard, and Patriot Guard 2, and then Elite Patriot Guard. Very, very cool. And it looks like that Elite Patriot Guard is going to be a Target exclusive for the Jack Pacifics. And then there's a couple of Lego construction sets. I don't do the Legos, guys, but again, if you want to pause the video and take a look at that list, there you go. I did see and snag a picture of the Falcon Lego set, which is supposed to give you a detailed inside of the Falcon, and we're going to take a look at that as well. So even though I don't collect logo, I most definitely will cover their most interesting products, and I really find that Falcon to be very, very interesting. So I don't know, they may get me on that one. And then here's Hot Wheels diecast vehicles and our Spiro app enabled devices as well. So there is the full list, guys, if you can see that. And so there it is, guys. So that is going to be our list for Force Friday. All right, you guys. So we're going to get a look at some of the other figures that are going to be hitting the shelves for Force Friday 2 leading up to the release of The Last Jedi here in December. And this is brought to us by IO9. So we want to thank them very much for bringing this information, specifically James Whitbrook, who wrote this article. So as you can see, we are getting a look at some of the Imperial and First Order Elite Guards there. It looks like there's going to be a 4-pack set. This would be our 4-pack set that I think is going to retail at about $89, almost $90. And there we have our Snoke on his throne. Looks like this may be our Elite Patriot Guard here. Very cool. And then of course it looks like we have a Force Ghost Obi-Wan that is going to be made available. So let's get into this article, guys. The article states it's September 1st tomorrow, which means it's finally Force Friday 2. The day tons of new wonderful Star Wars The Last Jedi toys are out. But while elsewhere, you can see the heroes of a galaxy far, far away in the figure-based action, IO9 can exclusively reveal a few of the new, mostly villainous toys making their way to shelves this fall. Hasbro's 6-inch Star Wars Black Series line is expanding on the Force Friday with brand new figures based on The Last Jedi and more, with a series of exclusive action figures at select retailers. Perhaps most important of all to the fans is the first ever 6-inch scale action figure of Supreme Leader Snoke, who will exclusively retail at GameStop this fall for $35. The figure, based on Snoke's appearance in the new movie, features a fabric robe and comes with his very own throne to sit on. So very, very cool figure right there, guys. He looks absolutely awesome. Love the robe, love the throne. Looks very, very cool. So the article goes on to say, a Supreme Leader needs protection, though, which you can get from this elite Patreon guard, $20 exclusive from Amazon, based on one of the several subtle different designs for the First Order answer to the Imperial Royal Guards. This figure comes with both a sword and a ginormous heavy blade. So there is a look at our elite guard, Patreon guard there. It looks very, very cool. Looks absolutely awesome. I think he looks a lot better than the standard Patreon guard, so that should be really cool to have right there. If one guard isn't enough, however, then this Guardians of Evil set, exclusive to Barnes & Noble, GameStop, and Disney stores, this $80 four-figure set tracks the history and evolution of the Royal Guard design in the Star Wars saga, from the blue-clad Senate Guard of the prequels all the way up to another Last Jedi Patreon. This time with a new helmet and two bladed weapons exclusive to this version of the character. So very awesome. Looks like this is going to be that set that I mentioned for $80 with the elite guard. So very, very cool, guys. Very, very. But hey, maybe you want a shiny new Star Wars action figure that A, has nothing to do with villains, B, nothing to do with The Last Jedi, or C, is actually shiny. If so, I've got good news for you. Walgreens will have this $20 exclusive version of Obi-Wan Kenobi as he appears in Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, which is to say, dead. So here is a look at that Obi-Wan figure that is going to be exclusive to Walgreens. So to continue on with the article, or more specifically, a Force Ghost rendered in particular translucent plastic to recreate his spiritual form. All of these figures will be available this fall before Star Wars The Last Jedi hits theaters in December. So very cool article right there. And again, we want to thank James Whitbrook for providing us with all of that very cool information. All right, you guys. So as I mentioned, there were a couple of other releases or bits of news that came out in regards to Force Friday releases. It looks like Hot Toys is also going to join in the Force Friday 2 fun. So it looks like they are going to release their version of the 1/6 scale Executioner First Order figure here. It looks absolutely awesome. I'm sure it will go up for pre-order on the Sideshow website very shortly if this is in fact a Force Friday release. So very awesome news coming from Hot Toys and what they're going to give us for Force Friday. And then also right here, I believe this is the exclusive 2-pack that was on the list, the checklist that was provided to us from Yakface.com. I forget who is going to get this particular exclusive 2-pack right here. I'm not sure if it's Target or Walmart. This will be, I believe, an exclusive 2-pack from one of the retailers. So there's a look at that exclusive there with Admiral Akbar and the First Order officer right there. So very cool. All right, you guys. And then for my Lego collectors out there, my Star Wars Lego collectors, like I had mentioned, I'm not really big on Lego, and only because their stuff is not exactly movie accurate, and movie accuracy is very important to me. But Lego makes some of the best Star Wars crafts and figures. Well, not so much figures, but their crafts are really, really great. And they can really put these things together fairly quickly because it is Lego. But I thought this was absolutely interesting here. It is the Ultimate Collector Series. Looks like they're going to be giving us the Falcon, which is awesome. And if you get a look at some of the panels at the bottom there, it looks like what you're going to get interior on the inside there. So very, very cool stuff. So again, if you are a collector of Lego, I think this is a must-have. Even if you're not into Lego like myself, you might even consider purchasing this particular Lego product because it is absolutely awesome. Here is a look at the box for the Black Series exclusive, Amazon exclusive there. That's going to come with all of the wonderful accessories. So very cool looking box for that Amazon exclusive. All right, you guys. So I also wanted to give you guys a look at the Amazon exclusive First Order Trooper that we are getting and the accessories that will be coming with that exclusive. So here is a look at that particular exclusive again on Amazon. Looks like you're going to be getting his binoculars. There's a backpack there. He's got a heavy gun there. Several accessories. His shield right there. So very, very cool. And again, this is the Amazon exclusive, guys. All right, guys. And then also, we also got some promotional photos released from SH Figure Arts and their line. It looks like they will be releasing the Last Jedi Rey in her training Jedi training outfit. So we're going to take a look at some of those promotional photos. And looks like she's going to come with two different head sculpts, a mean face there. And this looks like to be her normal expression face, but it looks like they're going to give her the gritty teeth face look. I hope it's a little bit better than that. I can see that these are just mocked up photos. So hopefully they will give us a better mean look than that. But I mean, it's not that bad, but it could be better, I think. But very cool. And obviously lets us know that we will be getting two different head sculpts on this figure. And then these are going to be her accessories. She's going to come with her blade, not Luke's blade. Sorry, guys, for those who wish for that to continue to be Luke's blade. And then she's going to come with an additional hilt, her blaster given to her by Han, and her backpack. So those are going to be the accessories available with the figure there. And here we have some more promotional photos with the Kylo Ren version. Very, very awesome. Here with BB-8 as well. So she looks absolutely cool. There with her blaster and BB-8. With her saber. And going back to that picture, I like her blaster being in her belt right there. I think that's really cool. Very nice. So she looks absolutely awesome, guys. I would like to know what your thoughts are in regards to that. So go ahead and put those comments down below. All right, you guys. So it also looks like SH Figure Arts is going to be providing us with a couple of different variants of the Patreon guard. One in particular is the one with the metal whip there in the middle. So that is absolutely awesome right there. Most definitely will probably be picking that figure up from any of the toy makers
I really do like the SH Figure Arts figures, but I usually go for SH Figure Art human face figures because they do such a really good job with the face sculpts for the human face figures. A lot better, a bit better than Hasbro, even though Hasbro has stepped up their game in regards to the face sculpts of their figures. But SH Figure Arts does an excellent job with their human face sculpts. Looking at a couple of these variants here of the Patreon Guard, these most definitely the list here for our Star Wars toy hunt collecting. All right, you guys, so we are going to get a look at Disney's Elite series, some of the new promotional photos that have come out. So very, very cool. We have our Luke Skywalker here, our Jedi Master Luke Skywalker here. One thing I want you guys to take a particular note of is the staff that is in his hand there. Now the hilt of it doesn't exactly look like his old saber, and obviously that is not a saber blade that is coming out of that hilt. So I'm very interested to find out what that is. Is it a walking stick? Does he require a walking stick now? So that should be very, very interesting to find out what that is. But there is a look at our Luke Skywalker Elite series for The Last Jedi. And then we're going to get a look at our next one here, which is going to be our Supreme Leader Snoke Elite series. Very cool, looks absolutely awesome. I love the detail here in the face, the scars and whatnot. So he looks absolutely cool here for the Elite series. And then our next figure here is going to be our Finn in his First Order disguise. Very, very cool looking figure right here, guys. I think he looks absolutely awesome, and I can't wait to get this figure in any form, 6-inch or whatever. I think this is going to be a real cool looking figure. And then obviously he looks great here for the Disney Elite series. All right, so here it looks like we have our Patriot Guard here. And so again, for the Elite series, looks absolutely awesome. Really no detail difference from any of the other variants that we've seen from the other toy makers, but you know, and I know a lot of people don't care for this particular look for the guards, but still looks good nonetheless in my particular opinion. And then here is going to be our Kylo Ren for the Elite series. Not too jazzed about the face sculpt, but it is decent. I think it's a decent looking figure, not bad at all. Here we have our Poe Dameron figure for the Elite series, absolutely awesome. And right here is our Rose, and they have BB-8 pictured here with her. Not sure if he's going to come with her in the exclusive pack, but looks like that maybe that is what is happening. I'm not sure, but we'll find out soon enough. And then here is C-3PO, so we will be getting a C-3PO for the Elite series as well. Absolutely awesome. This one is very, very cool right here. We have Chewbacca with a couple of porgs there. I don't know if the porgs are going to be made available here with the Elite series figure, but that would be very cool if they did include a couple of porgs with him. And it looks like the porgs and Chewbacca are going to be synonymous with one another, given all of the promotional material with Chewie and the porgs. So very cool stuff right there. This particular figure looks absolutely awesome. And I can tell you, I collected some of the Elite series, the past wave of the Elite series, and the two that I liked the most was the K2SO droid and the Death Trooper. Those two stood the best. One of my problems with the Elite series, because they're die cast, they're so heavy that they do not stand well at all. And if there's any, if the weight is not perfect on it, let's say if the character has a backpack or something, on the back of it, I mean, you're going to have a hard time getting that figure to stand. And even if you do get it to stand, it probably will not stand all that long. As a matter of fact, my K2SO and my Death Trooper tend to fall while they're sitting on my desk for whatever reason from time to time. It's not an everyday thing, but I may come into the room and find out that for some reason they've fallen over. Maybe there was a slight earthquake or something. I don't know. But the elite figures, because they're die cast, and that's one of my huge knocks. And I don't collect anything die cast. I'm a plastic guy, not die cast. But this figure looks absolutely awesome. I know the First Order Elite Series and the Stormtrooper Elite Series figures, those were really, really weighty and did not stand well. I hope that is not the case here with the Executioner, because he does look absolutely awesome. So it looks like they're also going to be providing us with a R2-D2 in the diecast Elite Series as well to go with C-3PO, so that's absolutely awesome. And then of course, they will also be providing us with a Captain Phasma for the Elite Series. So if you've been looking for that Phasma for your Elite Series collection, you now can go pick her up this fall. And then last but not least, we will be getting a Jedi Training Rey outfit for the Elite Series as well. So that is a look at our Elite Series release.
All right, you guys, so that is going to conclude our Force Friday preparedness video here today. So I hope you guys got your checklist ready. I hope you know where you're going to be heading out this evening. I want to know if you are going to be heading out at 12 midnight this evening. I want to know what you're going after. I want to know what retailers you went to. What did you find at those retailers? Were you satisfied with the product that they had out? Did you go to your local Walmart and they had absolutely nothing out? Guys, I want to hear back from you, because we have to let the collecting community know what the retailers are doing and how they are handling an event such as this, because there should be plenty of stock on all of the figures that are coming out and all of the wonderful items that are coming out. I can tell you last year when I went to Toys R Us, I could not find a single Black Series figure at midnight. The next day I went to Target, found everything. So that was just my experience I'm sorry, it wasn't Force Friday, it was for Rogue One Friday, actually. So, but this is the third type of event that they've had for the release of Star Wars toys. There was Force Friday 1, and then Rogue Friday, and then now it's Force Friday 2. So this is actually the third event that they've had like this for the release of new Star Wars figures. So guys, again, I want to know what your experiences are for Force Friday. Please put those comments down below. Even if you have to come back after Force Friday, after watching this video, I want to know what your experiences are as well. I also will be filming my own toy hunt experience for Force Friday this evening, so you guys can look forward to that video this weekend as well. But I want to thank you guys very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And from the Father to the Luke Skywalker son to the Obi-Wan Force Ghost, may the Force be with you always, especially for Force Friday. Bye, guys.